Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in again. So today I'm here to debunk at least 6 myths about moving to Canada. 6. My intuition tells me I'm going to give you more than 6, but we'll see how it goes. I plan to give only 6. Well, if you're able to watch to the end, maybe I would interject one more or two. Anyways, so we are having this conversation because I've had a lot of people tell me the only reason they don't want to move to Canada is because they don't want to start all over. If you move here, you have to start all over again. They believe they've been able to build a career, a reputation over the years, and leaving all of that to start all over again, they are not going to do that ever. Anyways, news flash for you today. It's a myth and debunk it in this video. I've also heard I'm living large right now, like I'm living the life of my life. I cannot migrate and start doing minimum wage jobs, working 2-3 jobs to make ends meet. Cause right now I'm good. I live large. Anyways, it's a myth. It's not all migrants that move to at least Canada that I know that do minimum wage jobs. And so if you want to know more, if you like to know what I'm saying, if you like to think from the angle that I'm seeing it from, you need to watch to the end. Welcome back. 6 myths about moving to Canada. Number 1, I would have to start all over. That is not true. Except you're changing career, except you're changing jobs entirely, you do not have to start over. Even when you're changing career, there are ways you can go about it in such a way you don't have to start all over. Fine, you have to meet the standard and the requirement of your job in Canada. All you need to do is re-strategize as well as adapt to the expectation of your required job. You put your resume in order as expected, as required, dress for success, and socialize. You need to socialize and network accordingly. This way, babe, you don't have to start all over. I've met a lot of people that did not start all over. So, you can give it a try. You do not have to start all over as a migrant. Myth number 2, you cannot find a professional job as a migrant. That is so not true. I've heard a lot of people tell me, if you're a doctor with a foreign degree, you can't practice in Canada. If you're a pharmacist, you can't get a job in Canada without this, and that. Fine. I know there's some accreditation that you have to get done. However, who says people don't get it done? Who says people don't pass the exams? You just need to prepare for it. And I have met people that sat for these exams and passed at one sitting. I have met numerous doctors, medical doctors with foreign degrees practicing in Canada. Yes, it is very possible. I also met recently a dentist. She is from Iran and she is practicing in Canada. She was able to get the exams done and she passed it and she started her own practice. So it's a myth. It is a myth that you cannot find professional jobs in Canada. Some even say, yes, I know you can get professional jobs, but you would have to be in the country for like 3 to 4 years before you can get a professional job. That is so not true. I got a professional job the month I started looking. Like I didn't even have Canadian experience. So it is very possible to not have Canadian experience and get a job, a good paying job in Canada. It's very possible. Well, you need to have a great resume and you need to have great references. And you need to be able to sell yourself to your hiring manager, because at the end of the day, it depends on who is hiring you. So one of the things that actually worked for me was the hiring manager was a migrant, so she kind of understand our struggle. And also I was able to sell myself. I knew I needed a job, so I gave it everything I know how to make sure I get home with the job. So it is very possible for you to get a professional job the moment you get into Canada. I've been able to talk to someone that actually got a job before he landed. Like, can you beat that? He got a job before he even got in here. Like, he got a job offer before he got in here, and it was even a government job. Like, it's possible. People get professional jobs right here in Canada. Some got it even before they got in as much as you have a permanent residency, you are good to go. People will hire you. I actually know of some companies that are springing up right now that don't even care if you don't have permanent residence. They know you have the skills. They would vouch for you. They will process your papers for you. I have met foreigners, I have met migrants that were poached from other countries into Canada. The company bore the cost of the visa, their transportation. They got paid relocation fees. They are migrants. They are not white. They are black, brown people of color generally, and they got fixed in. So it's a myth. It is a myth. It exists, but it doesn't have to be your own reality, because I believe whatsoever you're exposed to will determine your reality. If you're not exposed to truths like this, you will believe this is how it happens to everybody, and it is not true. It's not everybody that goes through that hard tunnel or hard time getting a professional job. It is not true. Number 3, you need to have like a Canadian experience. Oh no, you need to have like Canadian education to get a job. That is not true. It's great to study in Canada. You'll be able to understand the culture better from school before you get into the job market. However, if you do not have that time to waste, you don't have to. You do not have to have a Canadian education to get a job, provided you know you can get the job done, provided you can convince your hiring manager you can do the job. You will most likely have the job, provided you can sell yourself well. I know a lot of people that even have Canadian education and they still find it hard to get a job. It all depends on your confidence, your self-confidence. How well can you sell yourself? How well do you believe in yourself? If you don't believe in yourself and you don't have the right vibe, it will be much more harder for you. But if you have the right vibe, if you believe in yourself, and you've done your homework well, bingo, you're going to get there in the shortest possible time ever. According to Statistics Canada, it takes most migrants 10 years, 10 solid years before they settle in. That does not have to be your portion or your experience. That is exactly why I'm doing these videos. People need to succeed. People need to realize that they don't have to have a do-over. No, it's already hard for you starting your life all over again. You don't have to start your career over again. You just need to know what to do and how to do it, and bingo, you are on the way to success. Another myth: my accent needs to change before I get a good job. That is not true. Ability to communicate effectively is regardless of how you sound. Everybody has an accent. Everybody has an accent. When you understand two languages, there is going to be a mixture of how you sound, and it's very unique and perfect in my own opinion. So you don't have to sound like someone or twist your tongue over unnecessarily. You don't have to. You just need to be able to communicate clearly and effectively. So many African countries are actually lucky, like Nigeria. We communicate in English already. I know so many other countries that people from other countries that migrated into Canada that do not speak English prior to that. You're gonna wonder and ask me, so how did they even get in? Like, didn't they do test of English language? Well, newsflash. There are various channels of earning your permanent residence in Canada aside from the skilled immigration program. So it's not everybody that has to do the test for English language. So yes, you can get a job without sounding its accent. Okay, there are so many people that they've not even spoken English before they got to Canada. They got into Canada and started learning how to speak English, and they got new jobs. So your skill level, English is just a language. It doesn't determine how sound you are. It's just a language for communication. We've agreed that this is how we communicate. So your ability to communicate effectively is devoid of how you sound, if you know what I mean. So you don't really need to have like one particular accent or sound in a particular way to get a job or communicate effectively. Even when you go for your test of English language courses or program, it will be stated there that they are not checking for your accents. They are checking for the technicalities. They are checking for, are you able to communicate? Like, can we understand what you're saying regardless of your accent or how you sound? Do you understand the construct of English language? That is what they check out for, not your accent. So don't get frizzled out with the fact that I don't start sounding in a certain ways, so I'm not going to get a job. That doesn't work like that. Definitely when you start working, you start picking some accents for sure, because they are the people that you'll be talking to more often. That is normal. However, you don't have to before you start working. So I heard this one and it was quite annoying. You can't earn more than $70,000 in a year. Like, seriously? Like, seriously, who told you that? Some people actually believe because you're a migrant, it's almost impossible for you to get paid. Like, your salary should be like $70,000 a year, or for you to get that kind of money, you'd have done professional service courses, gone back to school, classes. It's not true. It's not true. It's so not true. No, it's not. You can do much more than that. I've met a lot of migrants with professional jobs that earn 6 figures. I met a pharmacist that moved into this country and she didn't even have to do the accreditation. What do you guys call it? Like the certificate, recertificate, whatever. She will get it done, but she didn't have to do it before she gets a job. She did not start as a pharmacist assistant. Yes, people are getting high-paying jobs without doing all these things. Like Canada needs migrants. They want to be sure that admit the right people. They already gave you the opportunity to come in here. Do not limit yourself. Your self-limiting beliefs are the only things that will be your roadblock to success. People are getting jobs that pay 6 figures the first year they got here. So you don't have to. It's good to crawl if that's what you want. You eventually even get there. I mean, you are here already. If that's your passion, if that is what you want, like I said, it's possible. I switched tongue. It's very possible, but it doesn't have to be. Stop limiting yourself. Self-limiting beliefs are what makes people stay on the same spot all the time. A lot of people are getting here and they are getting like great jobs, 6-figure paying jobs, day in, day out, and they are migrants, they are people of color like you and I. Because I don't think white people will be watching this one. Well, if they watch, thank you for watching. You need a professional job to be an high-end earner. Oh, not true, not true, true. Not true. So there are lots and lots of jobs that do not require university degree. In fact, they don't require college degree. I kid you not, so many guys, so many ladies are getting paid more than people that wear suits and sit in office under AC. Like, you don't have to have a university degree to be a high-end earner. You don't have to spend 10 years trying to be a doctor. If that's your calling, that's another conversation. If that's your destiny, you slept and woke up and God told you in your dreams, my daughter, my son, you have to be a lawyer, or you have to be a doctor, you have to be an engineer and go to Harvard. That's a separate conversation. Please kindly go to your Harvard, JJ, and have your degree. But no, you don't have to have a university degree to be an high-end earner. I know a senior project accountant here in Canada earning 6 figures. 6 or mefa 6 figures, that does not have a college. Does she even have a college degree? I don't know. I don't think so. But she has experience. She was able to grow a career on the job. So at the end of the day, I know, what am I even saying, senior project accountant? I know a director, top shot, close to becoming an executive, VP level, earning big money without a college degree, but she got a CPA. So there are lots of professional courses you can do, 6 months, a year, 3 months, that will set you in the right paths of righteousness. It's so disheartening for me to meet a lot of migrants that get in here and they just struggle. I met someone recently that already had a master's degree before moving here, and she just couldn't get into the professional spirit. She went back to school. She didn't just go back to school to do 1 year MBA or something. She went all the way back. WAEC. I don't know what they call high school. Sorry, not WAEC. High school, university. Like, oh my god! When I finally met her, she was already in like 200 or 300 level. I gave her this hug, like, you don't have to. You don't have to. I wish I knew you before now. You don't have to, but she's already in it. I mean, she has to complete it. You don't have to. There are 1001 ways you can become a professional. You can get a good job without having to do all that. No, you do not have to. Please. Thank you. Racism exists. Now, the funny thing about Canadian racism is it's so subtle. It's so subtle, it's hard to call out. Like, when something is like so flimsy, you can't grab it. Like, it's abstract. Yes, that's the word. It's so abstract, you will feel like you're dreaming, like it's not true, like, but it exists. So the best jobs in Canada, do you know why? The best jobs in Canada are not advertised. People leverage on networking, people leverage on relationships to get good jobs. So now, if someone that should be giving you job is already prejudiced and would not associate with you, how will you get in? How will you get in? Like I told you, one of the things that worked for me was the hiring manager was a migrant, so she gets it. And she was just okay, right? So maybe I was lucky, but the best jobs are not advertised. So you need to network. However, when you're dealing with people that are like already prejudiced, you can't get in. It's hard, it becomes harder. It's great to have a great resume, but a great reference is even better. With a great reference and not so great resume, you get a good job. So that is how racism affects migrants, because it's hard to connect with the right people that will get you through the door. That is why I'm doing this video. We need more people that will get in the job through the door so that they can help others to get in, because the best jobs, like I said, are not advertised. If you're not in, how can you help your people? How can you help yourself? So, inability to connect with the right people because of their prejudice, which a lot of them are not aware of. A lot of them are not aware they are prejudiced, because it could be, especially in the city I live, we don't have a lot of black people here. When I started working, in fact, could you believe, in this day and age, some people have never had one-on-one direct conversation with a person of color before until they met me. Could you believe that? They've never had any conversation. The closest thing they've seen to a black person is on TV. They've never had a conversation with a black person. I remember vividly a lady that we're working together, and when she comes to my office, right, she just goes straight to my manager or other people, right? I'm like, whatever, man. So this particular day, I was the only one at work, and she needed answers, right? And she didn't have a choice than to talk to me. So she came in. I realized, of course, I'm like, hey, can I help you or something like that? And she goes, oh no, I want to see XYZ. And I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I can help you. And she was visibly shaking, like I was like, what is going on here? And later I went to meet her, like, I won't bite you, you can talk to me, you know. And she was almost bursting into tears. She was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so embarrassed. I don't want to offend you. I've never interacted with a black person before. Can you imagine? Apparently, a lot of they've not worked with a black person before. They don't understand our work ethics. They just see Wakanda on TV if they watch it, and that's it. So it's very abstract, it's very hard to call out, and a lot of them don't even know they are. So it exists, unfortunately. I remembered I even had a friend that liked black people. She liked black people so much that, but the conversations were always going towards she acknowledging the fact that white is supreme and the system is supreme. So when we go out to places like I remember when we had to cross the border into US, and we were at border protection, you know, they check our papers and all that. She and her sister mentioned, they said something along the line of, don't worry, you guys will get cleared on time because we're with you. I'm like, do you know how many countries I've been to? Like, I don't need you to get cleared. That is racism. That in itself is racism, but it's so subtle. It's so subtle. It's so hard to call out, because it's being projected with a good mind. Like, I don't need you to get cleared by border security. I came into this country without you. I've been to several countries without you. So why do you think being with you would make any difference? You know? Anyways, that's by the way. Yes, I remember another girl that likes black guys. Like, she likes dating them, but it always fails, and she really doesn't know why. So when I grew close to her, right? So it happened that she just started dating this guy, and I could sense the feeling that because I'm white, my hair is like silky and long, they would automatically like fall in love with me. It doesn't work like that. I'm so tired. Like, seriously, because you're white, a black guy will have to drool over you? No. If he needs to check your character, he needs to check the compatibility, he needs to understand if you guys are compatible, and do you believe in the same things? You think those things are not going to matter just because you're white? No. I mean, I'm not against interracial marriages, but in this kind of situation, there's something fishy there. I just felt uncomfortable all together. Some even feel the need, they are your friends because they want to defend you. Why do you want to defend me? It's I don't know, it just felt odd. So racism, of course, even in the workplace, and I don't know, we need to start talking about it. Maybe someday people get it. Okay, so the last myth I'm going to talk about, there are no husbands and wife materials in Canada. I really can't talk about this because before I got here, I was already married and I already had my kids. However, I can tell you that I've attended a lot of weddings here, and they all met here. Some met outside of here. So, it's a myth. And that's another conversation entirely. It's a myth. It's not true. I watched a video recently, and they are single and they are saying the only thing they are waiting for right now is entanglement. Like, When did I want to get married become entanglement issue? Like, people don't even understand what entanglement is anymore. Entanglement for I want to get married. Be careful what you ask for. Because you don't know the angels that are passing by. You want husband, you're asking for entanglement. Make devil no go give you entanglement in the name of August or will or whatever. Be specific about your request in life. You want husband, tall, dark, handsome, 6-figure salary, care for me, vacation. Be specific. Be specific. God understands. He is your father. I mean, go to him with specific request. How you want it, hot, cold, warm, whatever attribute or whatever you want. Be specific about your request. Stop twisting and turning. There are a lot of things people are twisting and turning these days just to shade you from the truth. Be specific about your request. Don't go and be asking for entanglement when all you need is a life partner. There are different things na. Abi, when did I want to get married turn to I need entanglement? Hey, well, I've said the wise. So I hope I've been able to debunk some myths you've heard yourself. Let me know, what other myths have you heard about moving to Canada, or what other things have you heard about moving to Canada that has limited you from moving? Let's talk about it. Most likely they are not true, so bring it on. There are some that are true, but most of them are not true. So bring it on. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Did you enjoy this? Did I give you value? What else do you want me to talk about? Comment section below. Remember, subscribe to my channel, like, share, comment. I love reading from you. I love to hear reading from you. Let me know what your opinion is about all of this. What has been your experience personally? Let's talk about it. Like I said to my sisters recently, people must succeed in this country. Like, you must come into this country and succeed. Enough of all these hearsays and lies and myths that are not true. Till I come your way again another time.